Hi guys, welcome back to another episode. We finally have a name, Industry Through the Lens. And it's Harmeet and this is?
DJ Kivraj.
So today we have two guests and they are also in the industry, I'd say killing the industry. And they are?
Hi guys, I'm Sumeet. I play for Elite Drummers and I've been playing Dhol for about a good 9 years now, so yeah.
What's happening, people? My name's Ishan. I played Dhol for Elite Drummers as well. I've been playing Dhol probably for about 6-7 years now.
Oh, that's brutal. So guys, one question I want to ask is, what got you to play Dhol?
So I think from a very young age, I think it's just one of them things, everyone in their household, like all the young boys are either kind of from very young given like a cricket bat or a Dhol or something like that. Obviously in my case it was a Dhol, so I think that's it. Just from very young I've just always been very musical, I think.
And does it run in the family?
Not
or?
at all, actually.
Not at all, yeah?
Not at all.
What about you, Sumeet?
You know what? I used to love hearing Dhol players at like weddings and stuff, and I remember who it was. It was Bobby Benissa who I saw at a family event, and I remember going to my mum and I said, look, I want to learn how to play Dhol and this, that, the other. They didn't really take me seriously. Like I remember begging my dad for jazz musicals, £200 Dhol, and back then it was like, oh, that's all I wanted, just to play Dhol kind of thing. And I started going to Dhol classes and stuff, and eventually just kind of worked myself up the ladder, and here we are.
But in terms of like you were saying with your family and stuff, have they always been quite supportive, like both of you? Because obviously like you're busy on the weekends, even when you were younger, obviously, still young now.
Yeah.
But were they supportive all the time, both of you? Or?
Yeah, they were supportive. I think the hard thing is, it's kind of like, because my parents both work, it was taking me to Dhol classes, and that used to take up a lot of time for them. And I mean, you're only there for like an hour, but the problem you've got is that they need to go home, make food, they've got to pick you up. It can get quite long, but they were very supportive.
Yeah. I remember there was a point I loved going to Dhol class so much. I used to get the bus to Dhol class sometimes, and where I lived, obviously.
With your Dhol?
Yeah, with my Dhol on the bus.
Well, I mean, I see half of these guys go on trains as well. So do you guys take trains to gigs?
I never did trains.
No.
Do you guys do if it's in Central London? If it's Central London gig, do you take a train or?
If there's a lot of traffic, then sometimes you just got to do it.
Yeah.
You just got to
Train
do
with
it.
your Dhol, yeah?
Yeah.
That's
I'd say
commitment,
sometimes it's a bit difficult though. If you've got a few gigs,
Yeah.
it can get really difficult. I mean, if you've got one gig, it can be done, I think.
Obviously, you guys don't do just one gig of the day. You guys do several different gigs. So how do you time manage? If you're running late to other, what do you do?
Do you know what? It's all about setting expectations with the clients at the start, saying that we have to be done by a particular time. And because we're quite strict with that, it works out. And we always kind of have some kind of contingency plan in place. So, I mean, it's all about time management really, man, and setting those expectations, as I said, with the clients.
Yeah.
Everything should really just run smoothly from there, yeah.
So has there ever been a time where you guys like, have been late to a gig, and like what sort of stuff did you have to do? Like if that is the case?
So there's been times we do different things. So sometimes for us, if we have like a set only at a specific wedding, with a set you can be a bit flexible on timing, so you can afford to be a bit late and stuff. So, but I mean, other than that,
it's just the DJs has to play longer, isn't it? That's cool. But you got a big enough team as well, right? So you can even like reallocate Dhol players on the day, because it's quite a big team of you, right?
You know what? Sometimes as well, it's nice because when you're working with familiar suppliers, they can help you out as well.
That's it, yeah.
Like I remember there's probably been times where we maybe done a gig with you yourself, and you've helped us out. Where we've been stuck in a lot of traffic, and you've just had to delay the entrance slightly. So it's really nice working with familiar suppliers as well, and that helps as well.
Do you guys get recommendations? How does obviously? So Sumeet, you obviously run the weekday calendar and stuff like that. So how does that work? Is it more word of mouth? Is it more suppliers give you the work? How does it work?
So it's mainly from a bunch of DJs. A big one is a DJ company called Party Rock. So shout out to Six Opera. He supported me since a little kid. I've just kind of built my network up where a lot of the weekday events are mainly kind of from the Afghan Sikh community. Okay. So yeah, we've just built our name up there, and I feel that everyone knows us now. Everyone knows us, and it works out pretty good because even in terms of timings and stuff. I mean, I work full time. A lot of people think I'm just a Dhol player, but I work full time, and those weekday events start at about 8:30, 9 o'clock. So I can still go to the gym. I can still get on with other stuff after work, and the events finish at about 11 to 11:30. So yeah, it's good, man. Keeps me busy, but it's hard trying to manage everything as well.
So talk to me. What do you do on? So you said you work full time. So what do you both do?
Yeah, so I'm a management accountant. So I'm currently studying to be fully qualified. So I'm currently part qualified. I'm doing my CIMA right now. So it's hectic trying to manage everything.
Yeah.
Again, it's just about having that structure and knowing when to study, knowing when to go to gigs, and also it's important to be able to actually say no to a gig as well, because it's very, you can get caught up with thinking that, okay, cool, I want to play Dhol, I want to make a bit of extra cash, but you need to think about your career side, which is important as well.
And it's also like elite drummers now, they're like such a global, massive Dhol group. I mean, it's also about sometimes probably being selective with certain events and stuff like that as well.
Yeah.
But also going on to like now you two, like how did you guys actually meet, and like how did you meet through elite, or like how did it actually come about?
Hang on. We got to be fair. Ishan, what do you do then? Obviously.
So day to day, I'm currently doing an apprenticeship right now.
Okay.
So it's in cybersecurity, so I'm obviously studying alongside playing Dhol and working. So yeah.
Do you enjoy what you do?
I do.
Yeah, because it's hard. It's obviously you got to enjoy what you do.
Yeah.
To keep it going. So yeah, guys, go on. Tell us how you met. How did you guys meet?
It's quite a weird scenario, but Ishan, I'll let you explain.
So I think probably, correct me if I'm wrong, but I think during lockdown, we had a few mutual friends. Obviously, you're a Dhol player, you kind of know everyone in the industry and stuff. But I never spoken to Sumeet and stuff. And during lockdown, we were messaging like each other. And this one day is so weird. I think jazz musicals or something were having like a sale or something like that. I can't remember exactly. And he just randomly called me up and he goes, "Do you want anything? Like I'm about to go and get loads of stuff." Like,
He's the batch supplier.
Yeah. So he was like, "Do you want anything?" And I said, I can't remember what I said. Probably a couple.
You know what it was probably? It was probably like the more you buy, the heavier discount you get.
Yeah,
so
right.
Probably like
Something like that.
everybody gets Dhol.
Yeah.
I don't know. Anyway, yeah. So I told him whatever I wanted, and then came to my house and dropped it off, and yeah, that was it. That was it. The first time we ever met.
Yeah. And you know what? I had my eye on Ishan for a long time. So I used to look at his Instagram videos and stuff, and I was like, yeah, this guy. He's
like scouting for Dhol.
He's a bad boy. And then I remember I messaged him as well, and I was like, look, like, are you gigging? What's the sketch? Are you interested in kind of, coming on board? And I'll be honest with you, he was just like, yeah, I'll have a look, I'll see and stuff. And I was like, bro, I'm giving you like the best offer and opportunity right now. And then, yeah, I used to speak to Ishan for like hours on the phone, just talking about Dhol, life.
He does love Dhol.
Yeah, he loves Dhol.
Everyone says I love Dhol.
Yeah, but you got to have passion for what you do day to day. It's you can't pick up. It's like myself. You can't pick up a camera and go shoot a wedding and you say, I don't really like shooting weddings. It's like the same with Dhol. Same like I play a musical instrument. I play the sitar.
Yeah.
You can't just pick up the sitar and start strumming it if you don't want to play it. So you got to have passion for what you're holding, what you're doing. And I see that with everyone in the elite team. And I mean, I talk to probably most everyone. I see all of you guys at gigs, and I think it's more motivation to look at you guys, because obviously you don't do Dhol full time. I shoot weddings full time, and sometimes I get a bit tired. I'm like, damn man, another wedding. But to see you guys work during the morning and then come out in the evenings and finish at God knows what, 12, 1 o'clock, to drive back and get up in the morning and get to go work. It's motivation, and it moves on to the next question is what. you know,
So
when
one sec, just before you go on, I just got a funny thing about Ishan.
Oh,
Yeah,
go on.
you know how you're talking about like passion for Dhol,
Yeah.
This guy has got the most passion for Dhol, So basically, I'm not even like big into Dhol, I used to play a little bit, but I don't know much about it, And he was sending me clips and stuff, and he was like, "Well, this is the next Dhol that I'm buying," and he's giving me all these details. And
Well,
I was
I don't even remember.
and he had like this special Dhol, and he was like, "This one's the studio Dhol," and I was like, "Shit, this guy's on it, bro!" Like, so yeah.
No, yeah. So I think one question, obviously, they always say is advice. You know, I always get, you know, I can't give advice to certain people because I'm still growing, but you can, because I'd say you guys have had a decent amount of experience in the industry. So if I was to say to you, what advice would you give to, I'd say, young Dhol players?
Yeah.
What would you give?
I would personally say, don't look at the money side of things, and just look at gaining that experience.
Yeah. I think every really good Dhol player started playing Dhol like not even thinking about money at all. And definitely, for me, there was a stage where I didn't care.
You have the passion for it.
Yeah, I just wanted to play Dhol.
I used to go, you know, I used to get taken to places on the other side of the bloody country for like, you know, 40, 50 quid. But I just had such a passion for Dhol, I didn't even care about the money. And yeah, you just want to gain that experience. That's literally what it's all about. Yeah, it's all about gaining that experience, man. The money will come with it. And yeah, man, you've just got to keep up with the practice side of stuff. You know, get in the studio, keep on practicing. You know, one piece of advice I'll give to any Dhol players upcoming who want to practice, you know, keep a metronome on.
I didn't do that.
Yeah, keep a metronome on and kind of speed the BPM, you know, up, you know, every 5 minutes or so, and yeah, just keep on practicing.
It's all practice. There was a point I remember, like, I used to be in my garage as a kid playing Dhol for like 4 or 5 hours a day. Like after school, like I remember from 3, I'd be there till like 8 o'clock until I get shouted at by someone.
Yeah, but it all comes to earth. Like now look where you are. You're playing in different countries, man.
Still
You're
very
playing,
young.
That's exactly.
Yeah.
How old are you?
20.
20-year-old playing Dhol in a different country. I mean, where was the last destination gig you've just come from?
Turkey, I believe.
Yeah.
I think.
Turkey, yeah.
Was it Paris?
I just came back from Dubai.
Yeah, how was that? You went with DJ Esraj. How was that?
Yeah, that was wicked, man.
Yeah.
It was very, very good, man. The vibes were like immaculate.
Yeah,
It was
it's definitely different to shooting a wedding. Well, I say shooting, we're doing a wedding down in this country, isn't it? It's,
Yeah.
I think I find it more. Some people say stressful, but I find it more chilled out.
Yeah.
Because obviously you're in a different environment. The heat
Heat
helps
there.
as well. Because you know, once you're done, you're.
Not for us.
Oh, yeah,
I mean, yeah.
Imagine doing a broad entrance, walking down. Like,
Yeah, but you say that, but imagine we've got then still
Yeah.
shooting.
You got-
your-
yeah, you got-
and I'm saying you're all done and
at
dusted.
least the
after.
DJ's on a truck or something.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
I mean, you know what? What's better than being paid to go abroad,
Yeah.
do something you love doing?
Yeah.
Nothing.
And
can touch
with
that,
people
man.
that you get along with and stuff
Exactly.
like that, seeing your mates.
And that's the most important thing, you know, because the industry, I hear with other industries, you know, some people don't get along with some people. I think with this industry, you have to just get along with everyone. It's one of those industries, it's like a wildfire. If you say something to someone says, it just spreads. And I feel like if you want to do good for yourselves, I mean, agree to disagree with me as well if you find. I think you need to just kind of, in a way, mind your own business and do what you're good at. I mean, in this industry, you do get a lot of people that want to start putting their two-piece, but you got to keep strong-minded. I mean, how do you do that? It's as Dhol players, there's so many different Dhol groups out there.
Yeah.
How does it work?
I mean, I'll be honest with you. With our team, like, if you want the honest truth, we are cool with everyone, and we just kind of mind our own business, focus on ourselves. You know, get in the studio, just vibe together, man. And now, literally, like, we're literally like all friends outside of Dhol as well. Like, we meet up every week and we're really, really close with each other. And it's nice, man, because, you know, we've got the common thing of obviously playing Dhol together.
Yeah.
And then, you know, we can go to parties together, just, you know, go to socials. It's brilliant, man. Yeah, it's great.
So just like on this, like sort of like you guys have like it's a family like relationship. I assume, yeah. With like whenever I see you guys, always very close. So building on like the destination weddings that we were just talking about, is there any that kind of like stand out to your memory and like highlights or something maybe?
Immediately, I'd say the actually, I was very lucky. The first destination wedding I ever did was Paris, but we had our whole team at the time go out.
Yeah.
And with I think I was quite spoiled actually, because it was wicked, such a sick wedding.
This is like 10 plus drummers or something.
I think it was 10.
Like this client spent a lot of money.
Yeah.
Like a lot of money.
Yeah, ridiculous. But I still don't think I'll ever go to a bigger wedding than that, ever.
Yeah.
That was really
Have you guys ever shot a wedding in Africa? Well, not shot. I keep saying shoot. Have you ever done a wedding in Africa? Have you ever been to Africa?
I haven't, but I would love to.
Weddings out there are huge. They're huge.
That's where he's probably planning to have his wedding.
Yeah.
So,
in Africa.
So you'll definitely get.
Hopefully, destination wedding, man.
Yeah.
Hopefully,
Kenya.
fingers crossed. Yeah, Kenya. Let's see, man. You know, you say that, but it can get very expensive and stuff like that. So,
We're all sitting on this table waiting for that call for the game.
Yeah, man.
Listen, you lot all there to enjoy yourselves, man. Don't want you guys working.
It's a nice way of saying he's not booking.
Yeah, thanks. Thanks, bro. I appreciate that.
You know what it is? I've said, you know, like with me, you know when you know too many people in the industry, like through family, like my dad, my master, Govinda and Jag, like it's just, you know, sometimes it gets difficult, you know, well, why didn't you book me? Or why didn't you book me? Or why did you book me? It's just like, well, let me book who I want to book.
Yeah.
It's my thing.
It's true.
So guys, one question I have for you guys is, you know, traveling can get quite techie. In words, it can get tiring.
Yeah.
How do you deal with it?
Is this like local gigs? You mean like
Look,
in the UK?
anything. UK
Yeah,
work. Because you could be traveling to Leicester, then from Leicester you got to come down to central
Again,
London.
I think we're quite blessed. One of the boys, Jasha, his dad actually has a V class that we sometimes take to really far away gigs. So that is like perfect. It's so ideal. You can fit like 1 million doors in there, loads of people in there. So sometimes if we do have, like you're saying, those like ridiculous mission far away gigs, it's the best thing ever.
Because in the
It's
summer,
like a little party bus, man.
And we take it in turns as well, to be fair, man.
yeah, swap drivers.
If
But, like,
someone's-
in the summer, we like. You were there as well. Both of you were there in that house. Remember that house gig where you guys were playing in the Bharat entrance?
Oh,
at the
yeah,
front,
that was nuts,
It
man.
was so hot, like
Yeah.
boiling hot, And I'm thinking, why are these lot sitting in like inside like a van, I jumped in the van, it's so nice, AC, cool down. I was like, you know, I'll stay here. But that was a mad wedding as well. The Bharat entrance and that, like it was so much like colour.
I think when you're in this industry, you see different kind of people, like the size of the wedding, the way the weddings ran. It definitely gives you an insight of certain things. Like, I wouldn't say how much money the family, but how hard they've actually worked.
Yeah.
Because hard work pays off.
Yeah.
But the question I have is, in the next 5 to 10 years, where do you see yourself? Do you see yourself playing Dhol? Do you see yourself doing it as a commercial side of things? What do you do?
What's the future goal?
So in the next 5 years, I'm probably gonna just be probably for the both of us, man, just be cutting down. You know, who knows? I'll probably maybe be married, or you know, in a relationship or something like that. And yeah, man, I think I want to focus on my career a bit more as well. You know, when I become chartered, you know, life's gonna take over, man. So yeah.
More or less the same thing for me as well. Definitely just more focus on my career. Obviously, I definitely still want to play Dhol and that, but there's going to definitely be a decrease.
Yeah. Would you see yourself going into more of the commercial side, more getting away from weddings, more
Corporate.
corporate?
Because you do a bit of that.
Dude,
already, right?
it's that big question of.
For me though, I don't get the same job satisfaction from doing a corporate gig
Yeah.
opposed to doing like a wedding. There's no better feeling in the world when you walk out of Grosvenor House in London after smashing it with 10 drummers on stage. You're like, yeah, you know what, this was probably the biggest wedding in the UK today, and I've just ripped it. that job satisfaction is just...
The other kind of, you know, goal is that you've got to be able to actually enjoy where you're playing as well, like wherever the venue is. Like, you know, you can go to these corporate gigs, like, you know, a Christmas party or whatever, and fine, you make good money from corporate gigs. The other factor is, how do you actually get those corporate gigs? Yeah, I'd love to do them. You know, there's more money involved in them. Who wouldn't want to do them? But it's how you actually get them. As Ishan said, you walk out of Grosvenor House, you know.
It's a different feeling.
It's a different feeling, man.
I feel if you, with me, when you get booked into like a venue like that, I feel like, yeah, shit, man, I've done something right to be booked into a venue like this.
It's prestigious, isn't it? Like these venues, all these like.
Yeah, it's something different.
Yeah. Should we go into the quick fire round?
Yeah, let's do something different, guys. Let's do a quick fire of. I think we've got a couple of questions here.
Yeah, we've got a couple of questions. It's quick fire, so. No.
No stitch ups, man. Don't worry. No stitch ups.
There's no stitch ups.
No stitch ups, man. No stitch ups.
Basically, it's a couple of questions. Answer them quickly. Don't really want to have too much to chat about, obviously. But first one is.
Have we got a certain order?
No, we'll start with you. You answer first, and Ishan will.
Cool.
So
For all the questions,
all the
all the
questions.
questions. I'll ask you first. We'll give it to he's older, and you've got to be respectful. Like, come on. So, favorite classic song to play Dhol to?
Rumours. It's got to be Rumours.
I was going to say Rumours as well.
He's been stitched up. Is yours Rumours as well?
It's got to be. I think every Dhol player from West London will say Rumours.
Freed from Desire?
No, it doesn't compare. It doesn't compare.
Okay, next question. So this is a bit of a big one, I'd say, because I like my starters as well. So favorite starter at a wedding? I don't know my answer, but go on.
Probably chicken tikka, man. Yeah, my go-to.
I'd have to agree. It's the safe bet. It's the safe bet.
Okay, you know what? For the next question only, we'll mix it up and let Ishan go.
Yeah.
Just to see if he just completely answers. Me, myself, I'll go for fish amritsari. I like a bit.
Standard chili paneer.
Okay.
Got it.
Favorite alcoholic drink? We'll ask you first, Ishan. Good question.
Probably. I don't know, man. It depends. I know it's supposed to be a quick answer, but it depends.
Sweet, do you want to answer first? Then you might have it.
It depends on time of year. I think is the main influencing thing.
Alright, come on. When prime season
drink,
August.
I'm gonna give you one drink right now. Which drink do you want?
We're in August.
Right now.
Yeah.
You're gonna say water, innit?
Favorite alcoholic.
That's a difficult question, man. I'd say maybe an old fashioned.
Okay. Yourself?
Espresso martini.
Oh yeah, no, that's it.
That's nice.
Yeah.
Nah, old fashioned.
Oh, it was coincidentally you got your answer. Alright. We'll go back to Sumeet then. Favorite gig venue so that you've performed at?
Oh, it's got to be Natural History Museum.
It's close between Natural History or Grosvenor House, but specifically the Great Room.
Okay, the great. Okay, the memorable. Favorite gig, yeah. So like the year that you've been gigging.
This year, definitely.
Yeah, 2023.
Yeah, no question.
It's probably got to be around 2015. Yeah, 2015. That's when I started to grow quite a lot in the industry. So yeah,
Age coming to game. Ishan, how old were you? 2015. Probably just starting your GCSEs back then, innit?
Well, I was 2015. I was like 13.
Yeah, I was in 2015. I was
15.
15.
Yeah. 15. Alright. So this is another good one. Most you've been tipped at a gig.
So in Paris, obviously there was 10 of us, but between us, once we split it all out, it was something like 800 or like 900 pounds each.
It's not bad, ain't it?
That's not bad, man.
But we played for hours. Like,
But that's, you know what,
ages
to a client who's got a lot of money,
Yeah.
that's nothing.
It's
to them,
nothing,
man. That's
yeah.
something
Did you upgrade your tickets coming back?
I wish, bro. I wish.
Should have done it, man.
Bro,
Slapped
they
it,
went to
innit?
France. It's probably Eurostar.
Yeah.
Oh, fair
Yeah.
enough. Yeah, fair enough.
Favorite artist you played with at a gig? We'll go to me first.
Mine's probably got to be Goodwinda Billa.
That's
Yeah.
a big
Wow.
shout.
It's good, yeah.
How was that?
It was good, man. It was a different vibe playing with him because, I'll be honest with you, a lot of singers just mime and they don't actually sing, as all of you probably know. And he was actually singing live with obviously his backing tracks and playing Dhol like with someone, you know, with a live singer. Amazing, man. Yeah, different feeling.
I would have to definitely say Sukbi. I think his gigs are, firstly, they're always at wicked venues.
Yeah.
They're like playing
The
with
vibe
him
looks
on
pretty
stage.
sick on stage,
Yeah,
innit?
it's such a vibe, man.
And then this is the last one of the quick fire one. So, favorite MC that you like to perform with at any gig?
Can I go first?
Yeah, go on, you go first.
It's got to be Pups from Ritzy. Baddest man on the mic. He's too good.
Yeah, I've got to agree with Ishan. It's got to be Pups.
Yeah.
Yeah, big up to Pups.
Yeah. All right. So that concludes the quick fire questions. Now we're gonna move on to just a couple more questions.
Yeah, go ahead, man.
The next question is not quick fire or anything. This is just simply because I feel like Sumeet will enjoy this question. Do you prefer more like morning gigs, or is it more like the evening gigs, or do you prefer doing the whole day, like when clients want to book you?
I'm more of a morning person.
Why did he say it's a lie?
Some days.
Like, you didn't even pick up your phone this morning.
My phone's always blooming dead all the time.
I did ask you if we could do this podcast in the morning.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't know, like with a morning barat, you're literally on site for an hour and you're out, and you've got the same money as smashing out an entrance and set in the evening.
What if you got to do like a long walk, like it's like a really beautiful like Flora Park, and they want you to walk from like the front?
To be honest, bro, like I just see it as practice.
Okay, fair.
Like I just see it as practice, man. You know, carry on, just
Bit
carry on
gym
walking.
workout,
Yeah, that's it, man.
What about you, Ishan?
Definitely night, man. Definitely. Because,
Oh, tell us why, Ishan.
It's a completely different vibe. You know, the morning gigs are fun and stuff, but yeah, it's got to be.
So does that mean you're not much of a fan of like an afternoon wedding reception, or?
No, well, I mean, I've done some sick ones, but yeah, no, the late evening wedding reception.
I think personally, to be honest, afternoon receptions are silly.
Yeah.
They mess you up. I
Not
can't do
even that,
anything
man.
else.
It's, do you know what it is? Talking from a photographer's point of view, right? You can start on time, as on time as you really want to start.
Yeah.
But when you get on during the day starts to delay, and then when you do an afternoon reception, you got to be done for 6 o'clock. And it's like half of your guests are, let's say they're drinking, they're on a vibe. By 6 o'clock, you walk out, and it's all daylight. Like,
Yeah,
you know, so it's I don't know. I think it's a waste of money.
The worst is when they're like, you know, it's at a venue where they've got another function in the evening.
Yeah,
and then there's that
A
rush.
lot of the time, though, there's every time we find ourselves doing like a early evening reception, a lot of the time it's because half of the family is from like
Yeah, that's
Birmingham
understandable,
or
yeah.
something.
I mean, don't get me wrong.
Or
If
it's
we get these
Sunday.
gigs, we'll still smash them out. Like you
Yeah.
still do the same performance.
Yeah.
Still the same level of performance. It's just personal preference, isn't it? Right?
Yeah. I mean, in the kind of ideal situation, like for us Dhol players, you'd kind of want one gig in the morning, one in the afternoon, and one in the evening, and then maybe like another stage performance in the evening. So, yeah, that's literally the ideal situation.
Yeah.
What we would want, man.
All right, so I think we've got a couple more questions, but one question that I really want to ask you is crazy stories.
You must have a few. Like,
There's a few. I know you guys. You guys. There's.
I know some of them.
I have a brilliant one because it was only me and Sumeet on this gig as well. So I
So
think
treat this as a joint one. Yeah.
Yeah, you could say it's
No,
a
you're
joint,
not
so-
getting out of this. You got maybe one if you got one.
So we were on the way to, I think, Bath or somewhere. We had a long drive ahead of us,
Yeah.
and a lot of the time on these gigs where we have quite a long drive, we don't wear the uniform. So if we're at a close by gig, I'll just come in my uniform and we'll go together.
And I'll tie my bug like at the gig, or
Yeah,
just
yeah,
take
yeah. So
clothes.
this day,
Even his
Sumeet-
bug is looking quite crisp.
Yeah, oh, it's crisp today, man. It's crisp. I had a bad bug day this morning. I was just tired. I was like, can't be asked, man.
So anyway, this day we.
Sorry, you can't relate to the bug talk. innit?
Yeah, sorry, bro.
We did tell you to tie one before, but.
So yeah, anyway, Sumeet was in his tracksuit and whatever, and we're getting quite close to the gig now. Obviously, I think it was our only gig of the evening, so we were quite early, luckily, yeah. So he was in his tracksuit, and then we're getting closer and closer, and then I started tying my tie, getting like a little bit ready, and then I'll just chuck my blazer on, whatever, when I'm outside. And I was just like, because I know he does this thing, right, where he does this a lot. He won't always wear the full uniform, he'll just wear the shirt and then a tracksuit or something. So anyway, he's wearing a tracksuit, it's random, yeah, but anyway, he's wearing a tracksuit, and we're getting closer and closer, and then he realises he hasn't got his trousers. They're not in the car, we pulled over everywhere.
Can I explain myself?
No,
for a
there's
minute?
no explanation for that.
So guys, for the bit to do with like the shirt and then like just trackies, yeah, it's because if I've got my bug tied and I'm taking my t-shirt off,
It's a long day.
yeah, that's it.
It's a long day.
We know the pain,
If my
man.
bug
We know
moves
it.
up, it's not. Yeah,
We
exactly.
know
You
the
can't
pain.
relate, bro.
The way it is, you know when you tie your bug and it even moves that slight touch.
Yeah.
You don't feel
Fuck, it
comfortable.
ruins my mood,
Yeah,
man.
yeah,
It ruins
yeah.
my
I
mood.
get that. I get what you're saying.
Yeah.
I
So,
mean, even when you're, I don't know if you just changing the topic a bit, but when you go on night out, just normal general outings, and you're wearing a bug, and sometimes you get hot and you're wearing a hoodie. It says sometimes you're screwed. What do you do?
Yeah.
So anyway, so he doesn't have his trousers now, and we're obviously this far away that you can't run home.
In the middle of nowhere.
Yeah.
In the middle of nowhere, yeah? So the only thing we can, and you can't play Dhol in a tracksuit, right? So the only thing we could think to do was we have to buy another pair of trousers from somewhere, right? So I'm frantically on my phone Googling the nearest Tesco, the nearest Asda. We get to the first Tesco, I think, and then realise that they don't have a clothes section.
Yeah.
So we're like, oh my God, so run back in the car as quick as we can, find another one, and
I look like an idiot right now.
Yeah.
Shirt, trackies, smart shoes, everyone's
it's
thinking,
stupid.
what is this guy
Anyway,
doing?
on to the next one, and yeah, same kind of situation. I think for whatever reason they didn't have anything as well. Then the third one, and you don't understand. I think like Sumeet turned into Sumeet Hamilton that day. You don't understand how close he was driving to these shops. But I think third one had did have it or whatever, and it was actually a bang on colour to our actual suit. So it was all right in the end.
Yeah.
And we made it to the gig, and we were actually still early.
And luckily they have my size.
Oh.
Yeah.
Luckily
That's the
they have my
pain.
size.
Yeah.
Exactly.
That's the pain.
Oh my God.
What about you? Got anything else?
Any other ones?
Anything?
I
I don't
actually
know.
forgot
Happens to your Dhol? Do you forget something part of your Dhol? I don't know.
I've got a great one for you.
I've got one. So it's probably the usual. One day I was in a rush. I was practicing Dhol at home before, right? And I remember this gig was at a venue in Greenford, Fairway Pavilion, right? Small venue. And I arrived at the gig. I'm like, hang on a minute. I've got my dilly, right? Which is for the treble. I'm like, where the hell is my dugger, right? For everyone that doesn't know, it's the name of the stick for the bass side, right? And I was like, oh shit, what the hell do I do now, kind of thing. Yeah. And I'm with Ishan again. All of this happens when I'm with this guy for some reason, yeah?
Chopping down trees and stuff.
Yeah.
Trying to make a dugger.
Yeah, I was trying to make a dugger out of like a tree trunk or something like that, yeah? Oh my God, and then from there, I ended up going to the kitchen, getting a wooden spoon.
Oh
and using
my
that.
God. What, during your gig? Everyone looking at you playing.
Everyone's looking at me. I'm like, what can I do? Like,
Oh my God.
Man. I looked like an absolute knob there.
Oh, that's no.
Everybody's like, you trying to stick?
Like, as we were just looking at each other, just laughing our heads off. He's looking at me. I'm like, bro, just allow it. I can't do anything.
But what do you do, right? You can't really
exactly,
do anything.
man.
You have to give it a bit more. Like,
Exactly, doing all the work.
Doing all the work. Yeah.
I mean, one of my mates who plays Dhol carries a flipping whole another stick bag. I don't know, maybe start doing that.
No, believe me, we know.
Now, to be fair, you probably keep like sticks and the extra
We've
pair
got-
of trousers in your car now.
Oh, bro, legit.
Trust me, we've learned our lesson on those ones. Like now, if you look in everyone's cars, there's just a random dilly on the back seat. You know, like, yeah, prepared now.
Yeah. Now when you got your family jumping into the car, there's probably like, I don't know, dealing with dog guys everywhere now.
Spanner on
Trousers.
one side,
Yeah.
I mean, I remember when I was doing a recording for you guys in the studio and I turned up just about to set my cameras and Ishan's outside and then I'm like, why are you standing outside? It's raining. He goes, bruv, you don't even want to know what's happened.
Yeah.
He's trying to, what was it, your bass that
So
split?
for context, we were gonna film a Dhol cover, and I was gonna get homie to do everything for us. You know, have a sick edit and stuff. So the boys, obviously, we get to the studio. I think you were like 10 minutes late or whatever. We're just practicing, you know, getting our Dhol set up, and I ripped my treble right on the day. So now I'm like, oh shit, what am I? There's nothing I can do now. I can't really go home. So I had to call up my brother to send another treble in an Uber, and then I had to try and fix it. And then I realised, what happened? I think I didn't have a spanner. No, I had a spanner.
No, we were trying to,
yes.
the rate,
So, I don't know, it might not make sense if you don't know about Dhols and stuff, but when you change a treble, there's a little ring on top. That ring is pretty solid. I've never had one break ever in my life. So I had taken this treble off that I'd ripped. I took the ring off. I just chucked it down on the floor, not too high or anything, and it broke. It broke.
Yeah.
So at that point, obviously the treble, the new one's coming in the Uber now, and I don't have a ring for it. So that day was just a disaster.
And I remember we were trying to rip something off with a slide or something. I don't know what we were doing. You know, the slide comes in clutch every time, man.
Yeah, literally.
Impromptu little, it was
That slide just turned into a paperclip at the end of it. Man. I could have used it to hold anything. But yeah, no, I remember. Do you have any funny stories with them?
Yeah,
on a
like
gig?
grip skins and tools and stuff. The good thing is he repairs them himself.
Yeah.
So if anybody needs anyone, little quick promo, if you need anyone to fix your tools,
He's the man.
He's the man, bro.
the
He
main
does half
man.
the industry. So
Yeah, exactly. He's the main man.
Yeah. Anyways,
But I think
should we-
to wrap it up, I think we've got one last question. Kivy, go on, ask away, man.
yeah, so we're going to finish it with this one. You're both Dhol players. So who was your, maybe in the past or now, present, like who was your favourite Dhol player?
That's such a hard question.
Yeah, that's how we asked it.
Because everyone's good in their own way, man.
But this is not like meaning like who's the best.
Yeah, who's the best? This is who you think
Like someone that like
definitely keeps you going,
Yeah.
keeps you playing Dhol.
like everybody like your favorite DJs, probably your favorite, like that kind of thing, right? So like
So I was at a gig last week, and I was with Samir. I was at a venue in London, right? And someone was playing Dhol inside.
shout out to Samir.
Yeah, shout out to Samir, yeah. And someone was playing Dhol inside. And I was like, bloody hell, this Jarl is very sweet.
Very good Philly word.
Yeah, man, this person is like amazing. I was like, I've got to go inside and see who it is, yeah. One man, Dav Dahili, shout out to Dav Dahili, one of the baddest Dhol players out there. As kind of, you said, I can't put one name to it, but if I had to, it would probably be Dav Dahili, man.
Yeah.
He is an amazing Dhol player and gives me amazing Dhol advice as well. Not just on how to play Dhol, but even like the performance side of stuff as well.
Stage presence and stuff
Stage
like that.
presence and all that, yeah. So that would.
Shane,
my
yourself?
For me, I don't know, man. I'm still undecided. I think everyone's good in their own way. I'd say one thing. I feel like there's a lot of new up and coming Dhol players who are just sick. I mean, even some of our team members are sick. Like, big up Jastra. No man is playing guitar faster than Jastra.
I've seen that. That's ridiculous, isn't it?
Jastra,
He's sick.
yeah.
Jastra's
He's a bad
sick.
man.
There's loads of other people.
And it makes
like
it look
even-
so easy with
Yeah,
no
he makes
guitar,
it
bro.
look easy. Even him.
I was
like,
just speeding the fader up. Every time he was like, I was like, let me make you actually look like you're like trying.
Struggling.
I put it up to like, it was nearly like, it was past 200 something. I'm like, bro, this is unfair.
Yeah.
Shout out to
There's
Jastra,
loads of other Dhol players, like even Dhol Vish. Big up Vish from Birmingham. Yeah,
Vish is
he's
bad.
sick.
Yeah.
He's sick. There's a lot of good Dhol players now these days. I couldn't pick one.
You've got to.
Just,
You got to pick
You've got
one,
it,
man.
man.
surely you just got to say Sumeet.
Sumit taught
He came to the house and gave you lessons.
Sumit used to teach me Dhol, yeah. Sumit's the baddest.
Nah.
Go on, give us one. You
Go
gotta
on,
choose one. Nah.
You know what? I'm kind of expanding on that story, like changing the topic a bit. I remember when I used to teach Ishan, yeah? And I said to him, I'm like, I don't want to make money off you, but I'm going to have to charge you so you actually take this seriously.
Yeah.
As weird as that sounds,
That was the best thing. It was stupid. It was something like, give me £10. It wasn't even.
he got a blooming bargain. Like, I taught this guy. Yeah.
Basically what he's saying now is, now that you do gigs and that, surely you got to repay him, innit?
Nah, but big up to Ishan as well, man. He stayed very loyal to me, and he's a great friend.
No, that's
Bad
always
boy Dhol player,
always needed loyalty to people around you. But guys, I think that's the end of the episode, and I want to thank Sumeet and Ishan for definitely joining. I mean, you guys were nervous in the beginning.
Yeah.
Did you say you're nervous now?
No.
No, I want to thank you guys so much. Obviously, time coming down to see us both, and it was a good conversation. Learned a lot from you two as well. But yeah, thank you guys so
We'll
much.
definitely have them back at some point as well.
Yeah, definitely. I think I want to think of an episode where we get the whole team involved and we just start
I don't think we're
talking.
gonna
And, that we'll do somewhere else. That
No,
we'll
you've
figure
got
out.
multiple spaces.
Yeah, we've got multiple. We could just figure out ways. But yeah, guys, thank you guys so much.
Thank you, man. Thank
No,
you.
no,
for having
thank
us.
Is there any like Instagram or anything you want to share?
Yeah, guys.
At Elite Drummers.
At
Give
Elite
us a
Drummers.
follow.
And also, what we'll do is in the description down below, we'll put their personal Instagram as well, and obviously the company Elite Drummers. But guys, it's Harmeet signing out, and this is
DJ Kivraj.
peace.